Among handholds suitable for controlling prisoners without the use of weapons is the elbow lock with half Nelson. Grasp the inside of the wrist with your hand, slipping your free hand under his arm, across the shoulder, and anchoring your hold on the neck. Resistance is countered by application of pressure to the elbow. A variation of this arm lead is obtained with the anchor hand grasping the prisoner's clothing across the chest. Another effective arm lead is obtained by grasping the fingers, elevating the elbow, and bending the fingers against the joints. An effective and inconspicuous lead is obtained by placing one hand on the elbow to keep it from bending, while the other hand secures two smaller fingers and the thumb exerts pressure on the back of the hand. A simple one-hand lead control is this, with a bent wrist and elbow locked within your arm and hand. There is little likelihood of any attempt to make use of his free hand. Any resistance results in agonizing pressure against the bent wrist. Our primary objective in preparing prisoners for search is to arrange them so that they are incapable of counterattack. Line them against a wall with feet extended backward at such an angle that only by keeping both hands firmly against the wall can they maintain position. After completing the search of one man, step back and order the second man into the outside position. Thus you keep all prisoners in your range of vision, and you are never exposed to simultaneous attack from two sides. When searching a man, always keep one foot inside his and your weapon on side away from him. At the first sign of resistance, jerking your foot will throw him. Another effective position for search is that in which the prisoner kneels with both hands drawn up behind his back. This position not only prevents any sudden resistance, but it is so awkward that any attempt to gain balance is readily apparent. In approaching a prone enemy, always assume that his helplessness is a pretense. Failure to observe this precaution may result in this. For your self-protection, first clamp his leg in a bar toe hold. In this position, you can counter any resistance and search him thoroughly for concealed weapons. Clamp one of his ankles in the back of your other knee and apply pressure with your body and search for concealed weapons. Disarming assailant with bayoneted rifle, frontal approach. First, move in to deflect bayonet with a quick inside blow. Then seize the rifle with one hand under barrel and other hand at breech. Twist the rifle overhand. Then, as assailant resists, reverse the twist. Wrest the rifle from his hands. Now, in slow motion, deflect rifle and bayonet. Secure weapon. Twist from grasp. The backstroke may be directed either at the assailant's body, if he is still in a position to resist, or merely to return rifle to normal position for use. Disarming assailant with rifle, rear approach. Encounter against a rifle or bayonet at the back. The first downward sweep knocks the barrel out of line of fire or thrust. The hands are then shifted to the breech and barrel, and the rifle twisted to the left. In a quick reverse twist, step across in front of assailant, throwing him off balance and crossing his arms to break his grip. Let's go back and watch the leg action in this maneuver. Now the complete maneuver in slow motion review. Turn and block. Secure weapon. twist out. Counter if you wish. Disarming assailant with gun in shoulder holster. As the assailant starts to reach for the shoulder holster, knock his elbow upward and outward with a hand. This does not prevent the draw, but throws him off balance and positions his arm for you to slip your arms through and under to apply a reverse wrist lock. Pulling down and swinging backward with twisting pressure on the wrist forces the elbow and shoulder joints and keeps the gun constantly pointed away from you. Inward pressure on the wrist breaks the gun hold and makes disarming easy. By maintaining the wrist lock, the assailant is in a position to be disposed of by a blow from the captured weapon or to be taken prisoner. Now, in slow motion, knock elbow upward and out. Apply reverse wrist lock. Note gun is pointed away from you. Break gun hold. Disarm. Disarming assailant with gun in side holster. When the assailant attempts to draw from a side holster, the initial defense move is to block the movement by seizing his gun arm at the bend in the elbow. Step to the side of assailant and slightly to the rear, then forcing his arm up and over into a twisting hammerlock. Your other hand applies additional force, propelling the shoulder downward. The assailant's gun arm becomes locked by your elbow and body, and your right hand is free to twist the gun from his grip. Repeating in slow motion, seize gun arm. Apply hammerlock. Disarm. Disarming an assailant with pistol in back, outside turn. Although preparing to counter, give your assailant the impression of surrender by raising the arms, but turning head enough to observe which hand holds the gun. Strike with the corresponding arm, deflecting the gun and turning from line of fire, and following through to develop a bar hammerlock, from which the assailant can neither escape nor fire at you. Reaching over immediately, twist the gun free, then step back out of reach. In slow motion, give impression of surrender. Turn and deflect gun. Lock arm. Twist weapon from grasp.